Hello YouTube, game 4 of our dwarf run. Myself against Coach Morg and his humans by the looks of it. Didn't get off to the best game last time, did we? It was 2-0-1. Twitch is watching this one. They don't normally get to watch the YouTube content, but they are today. So hopefully they'll enjoy that too. It's been decided in chat that you're going to get Old World Alliance next season. Thank you to Siberius for picking that one. Twitch followers, you'll get Necro. As ever, links will be in the bottom of the video, so please follow the Twitch channel if you aren't already, and you'll see our endeavours with Necromantic. So 50k, we're not going to spend that money, so that's our money we've got in the bank. If we spend that will add on to our team value, which means that he will then get 50k to spend. This one here would normally be petty cash. So that means that you could spend any money to level you up to the same team value, which is here, that your opponent is. So you want to do that to buy an inducement to make sure that you try and level the playing field a bit. So we're 2-0-1. He's fresh, okay. So 1 ogre, 4 blitzers, 1 thrower, 2 catches, 3 linemen, 3 rerolls, 2 dedicated fans. We're not spending any money. It is raining, so we're going to kick first. So yeah, so I'll explain the team build after this game, Kolar. Alright, it's just easy if I show you, and I can explain when you'd buy rerolls, when you'd buy apothecaries and things like that, because different players, depending which faction you play, have different costs. A bit like a point system in 40k or a point system in Warhammer when you're building your armies. Certain units you wouldn't be able to take straight away because they're too expensive, and so you'd have to drop. So because it's raining, that makes the ball slippery. So instead of his throwers rolling a 3+ to pick the ball up, it'll be a 4+. So we're going to kick first, increase the likelihood of him failing that. So we want to put Longbeards at the front, the little orange tokens. Blitzers are the yellow tokens. We want to keep the ball carrier safe, don't we? Anybody with the loner skill, which is this one here. So when you haven't got 11 players, you have to spend money to buy what they call journeymen. And they come with a loner skill, so that's a nega trait. So if they fail an action, you can use a team reroll, but it'll cost you a 4+ dice roll before you can use that reroll. And we're setting up horrendously here, but we're going to set up like this anyway. Wouldn't normally set up like this with dwarves, but I think he's going to come down this side. This is going to be a tricky game for us. He's got the ogre. So the ogre has a skill called Mighty Blow, and you can acquire this if you haven't got it as a starting skill of one of your players. And what that does is that when you knock an opponent down, you can add +1 either onto their armor roll, try and break their armor, or +1 onto the injury roll. You can't do both. The benefit of that, of course, is it increases the chances of knocking them over. So if he blocks this dwarf and he only rolls a 9, he could use Mighty Blow to make that a 10 and make up the injury. Or if he rolls a 10 on the arm, he can then use Mighty Blow to try and remove me from the pitch. I might go and grab a drink as well because I'm quite thirsty. So we'll take the kick off. I'll run and get some water on the ball when he's doing his turn. That's gone off the pitch, that's annoying. Assistant coaches. He also gets a reroll. Of course he does. So assistant coach is a kick-off event. He's got 1 assistant coach, I have none. Oh no, I rolled higher on the dice. Sorry, I rolled a 5, he rolled a 3. Assistant coach makes that a 4. I get the 4-3 roll, he doesn't. And because the ball went off the pitch, you can choose who to give it to. Correctly, he's giving it to the thrower. So he's trying to make the ball safe. He knows that if he makes a mistake on a dice roll, he doesn't want me coming through and punching the throw and perhaps injuring it or getting the ball myself. So he's putting it behind the ogre, behind a wall of strong players here. And if anything goes wrong, there's less chance of me getting through to him. So I'm going to get that drink collar and I'll be right back. We're back, right. Doesn't look like he's injured anything. So that's a nega trait roll. So he has a negative trait called called Bonehead. And before you can do anything with the ogre, you have to roll a dice. A roll of 2+. He can do whatever he wants. He can play his move as normal. If he rolls a 1, he then stands around confused. And that might help us. And the reason that might help us is with some careful movement we can now get 2 dice on this. So I talked about assists. There's an assist there, there's an assist there. He hasn't got one of his players touching to take out that assist. Obviously this assist is taken up by this guy. I've stood this one up so he's not assisting. And the ogre rolled really stupid, so he can't assist. He can't do anything at all now until his next turn. So I have got a 2 dice block here. I could also stick guard in as well, but I'm going to do something else with that. And we get the pow, so that's nice. That's a blitz. You get one of those per turn. We can move and hit and move again. Or hit and move, but you only get one of those per turn. I'll put that there. Put that back in. That does use some of your movement for each player. Try not to leave boxes, so try not to leave, I've done it here, I made a mistake. So I left a box there and I've left a box here. Try not to do that, because if your opponent does what they call a chain push, or they push in, they'll always be able to dictate in the direction. So he can do that now. He can punch his loner, either punch this guy out or punch me into more trouble. So I've positioned quite badly there. Try to avoid making boxes. Yeah, it does. So, when you play Blood Bowl 3, unless you're playing in a private league, you're probably going to play in what they call the ladder, which is where 99% of games get played, and that's what we're playing at the moment. So, for the benefit of the YouTube viewers, you might see his comments are turned on, but Colin Kaput has asked about any differences between board game and the computer game, and we're explaining those now. There are a couple of significant rule changes. So there is a rule in tabletop called redraft. If you were playing in a tabletop league and it got to the end of the season, your league commissioner could say, right, now you have to redraft a certain percentage of your team. So you'll be given a budget of money. You can then redraft probably the better players in your team at a higher cost, knowing that you can offset that cost with a lower amount for the not so good players, allowing you to solve the puzzle of who you want to keep for next season to make your team competitive, and who you want to essentially cut from the team. Like a football team might do, or a basketball NFL team might do in real life. What the Blood Bowl ladder doesn't have that. So you'll see teams will play 40, 50 games, get their teams to overpowered levels, knowing that they can just massively level that team up forever until it dies, which it won't if it gets too powerful, or the following season. What other changes? I mean, yeah, you could certainly, once you played the tabletop game, you could play a game of Blood Bowl 3. It is mostly the same, or the other way around. Once you played a couple of games of Blood Bowl 3, you could set the tabletop game up and you could play that game. There wouldn't be any issues with that. You would know what you were doing. The only difference is which faction you play, which team you choose to play, of course, as that's always a learning curve. We will tag you, I think. I'd always recommend moving your players first before you try and do crazy shit, because if it fails, you'll wish you hadn't done crazy shit. So this assist is taken out. We can hit his catcher on 2 dice. Hopefully this is a removal. I am going to re-roll that. Okay. That was a bad blitz on my part. That's put me in trouble. Go and tag this guy. Punch you. We still get 2 dice. Hopefully that's a removal. Nice. There we go. KO. That's what we were hoping for. And because we're slow, we need to recover some ground here. We'll look to recover this. Our other runner, our fastest player, he's movement 6. It's likely this guy's going to come down this side. We have got a 1 dice block on the ogre. We're going to do that without the player with the loner trait. Knock the ogre down. There's no removal on the ogre. So we've got every player tagged. It's not always a good idea to tag every player, especially against things like elves or Skaven. They can dodge away quite easily. Humans are all average agility. The catcher has dodge. I mentioned that tackle skill earlier. So unfortunately this player's not near his catcher. If you just dodge away and failed, because I've got tackle, he wouldn't be able to use his dodge skill. He could use a team reroll, or he could just take the result of the dice. There's other small changes that they haven't quite implemented into the game yet. So there's no star players with secret weapons. So the goblins have a guy called Bomber Dribblesnot who throws bombs. They can explode and take teams out. He's currently not in the game, but he is in the tabletop rule set because I haven't coded in star player rules. Some teams do have star players, so the Dwarves have got Grimanjaw, and he's now coded in. When Blood Bowl 3 first came out, over a year ago. It was nowhere near a completed product. You would have been confused if you played tabletop first. There were some differences. They haven't prepared the game properly. So that's going to be a 4+ in the rain, mate. He's going to try and score here. He's going to suffer. Rain is agility test for catch, pick up and interfere. Okay. There is a set of rules as well called Death Zone. He's made a mistake there. I think he's going to concede. Okay. So there is a set of rules called Death Zone, and they're optional rules which you can add into your tabletop game to make things more fun. You don't have to have them. They are good fun, but they do things like bring in different pitches, which have their own different rules, things that you can do. Different types of weather, all kinds of weird and wonderful stuff that make the game crazy. They're going to surf his catcher. It's probably a bad blitz here, but you know, we've got him. So he's been what they call crowd surf. That's a straight injury roll. So he tried to pass on the diagonal there. It made no difference as he made the pass anyway. But the passing grid is, it cuts in like that. So he essentially gave himself one more dice roll than he needed to make there. So he passes on a 2+, he ended up passing on a 3+. He could have avoided that. You've got block. So he can't use his dodge skill, so we'll put him there. We'll follow up. We'll put our own player around the ball, just in case we don't pick it up here. It might be hard for him to do anything. That's okay, they keep him pinned in. And we're going to try and pick the ball up now. Sort of 4+. Or the 5, that'll do. We stay there, he can't reach us. We can do this. That stops him coming through here, and that's going to stop him dodging out this way. That's a safe block, because if that fails, he can't reach us on the ball. And we're going to take this one. That's okay. So that was a riskier dice roll. The reason being that I had loner, so there's a chance that I would fail and then have to maybe use a team reroll. But also a chance that he could tag this and maybe blitz into here. His other blitz is pinned in. He's not going to dodge out of there unless he rolls high. So I can attack us from the back. And because he surfed his catcher, there's no cheeky little one dice or whatever from there. And we're in a good position. So there's a little bit of experience with me kicking. I've got the impression that this guy's quite a new player. 3,000 hours in Blood Bowl 2 I played. I'm already at 500 hours in Blood Bowl 3 in a year. I'm definitely not the best player. There's lots of other streamers who play the game who are far better than I could ever be. I think a little bit tilted sometimes, I'll be honest with you, Connor, but so YouTube, sometimes we do game reviews, don't we? If you're our opponent here, YouTube, what are you thinking? I'm thinking he should have gone for a one dice blitzer and then reposition back round. So thinking 2 or 3 turns ahead. There's a good chance I'm going to get forwards here. He's not going to get the ball at that point. He can blitz me, knowing that I'm slow, not follow up and then position back round, and maybe the regroup forces me to do something else. As it stands, I'm going to try and surf him again. Well, he made the dodge. He did roll a 6. My God. He's only bloody surfed us, isn't he? Okay, so we'll take the push. Sometimes all you need to do is just roll 6s, guys. That was... well, that was a thing, wasn't it? You now need to dodge out to try and get the ball. The best chance is this guy, but he is going to have to 4+ it. That's a mistake as well. He could have put this in here, risked the 1 dice, dodged this out unchallenged and picked it up. I think this guy is quite new. That was a... I think that's a blitz on our turn. Okay, it's not now. We can afford to go here now. I can 1 dice his blitzer, push his runner to here, surf it with my runner. Oh, it is 2 dice, isn't it? Because a guard. So I'm going to surf his thrower. That's what I talked about chain pushing earlier. You chain push your way in. You need to be mindful of that. Players with a little bit of experience know how to do things like that. So a removal here would be big. Nice! We got him! So I'm not going to pick the board up just yet. So I talked about thinking 2 or 3 turns ahead. I know that he wants to pick the ball up here, and I know that I don't really want to roll too many dice. Increase the chance of me failing. So I've decided just to put my bodies around the ball. So normally you pick the ball up on a 3-ups, the 4-ups in the rain. So he's essentially got to roll. That adds 1 on, that adds 1 on, a 6 to pick the ball up and dodge his way out. So, follow that up. I'm going to put that there. I'll take the 1 dice on here. There we go. This was his drive. He did start with the ball. That's another injury. So that'll be some star player points. He's got 2 for injury. And this guy's really 4 players off the pitch, but 3 players down. KOs might come back. This won't. That's an obscene little block. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, agreed. I could go for the 4+ and the dodge. I'm not going to do that. So he hasn't stood his players up yet. He's rolling dice straight away. So Blood Bowl's of basics. If you can stand your players up, stand them up. They might get hit down again, but I might knock myself over on a bad dice roll. Ideally stand things up, then perhaps take your hits, then look to do dodges and things like that. So I'm going to foul that. One, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go and foul it with a loner. That's exactly what we're going to go and do. We're going to put you there. Could have got 2 dice on it again. This would be a valuable removal. We'll do it from this way. Guard counts on the assist now, doesn't it? Let's pick the ball up first. Actually, no. Let's foul you first. 6 up on the armour. I could have made that a better dice roll for myself, but we've removed it. This guy's going to concede. I would argue the call, and I'm sent off. Okay, so that's a turnover. We're going to move 4 players, 2 permanently. This one will come back. These 2 might come back. I did say I thought this guy was quite new. Bear in mind, my team's not full strength, so the loner's been sent off. He can't come back. We're not full strength at all. We haven't got the Troll Slayer. And we have another blitzer down, I think. And I've got both blitzers. Wrong bids. I'm going to surf that next. Oh, blimey. Dude. Okay. You need to re-roll that. Oh, Christ. Okay. Okay, I think this guy's panicking a little bit now. This really isn't going his way. What have we got here? Unfortunately, buddy, I'm going to surf you. I'm going to surf you as well. Probably not this turn. That's a surf. Really? That's a surf. Fucking hell. I'm sorry, buddy. I've sat through games like this before. They really aren't nice. Games like this before, although these are horrible. So I'll try and pick up. We'll tag the ogre. I'm going to make a very risky and very silly one die splits. Which is okay. And we'll follow up. That wasn't the best blitz in the world. I'm pretty sure I could have surfed both of these, but I am going to get this one. So YouTube, what do you think of it so far? Leave a comment below and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to help me out. If you play other games, you'll notice that we are playing Murdered Soul Suspect on there. On the channel currently, and there's more of that to come. That's a fun game, isn't it? It's one we picked up very cheap on Steam, and we're enjoying it. So, ay caramba, buddy. Well, let's go and surf you. And all of this is without the Troll Slayer, who makes surfing quite easy. I think we can rush to here. I will re-roll it. I'm playing on pure greed now. To be fair, our opponent's not conceded. I would give him his credit for this. Half his team is dead and he hasn't given up. So, fair play to our opponent on that. It's turn 7. We're not scoring, unfortunately, here. I've actually lost track of what turn it was. So a little bit remiss of me, but we should have no problem second half. That was his ogre removal was just horrid. You know what? The guy's not giving up. You can legally concede if you've got less than 3 players on the pitch with no penalty. That's the same as in tabletop rules. He cannot score here, so let's surf him. I fill this square in. So he'll either go in this square, this square, this square, because we're on the diagonal. So I think we can hit him here. I've got reroll left, haven't I? I'm going to reroll that. Push. We'll push into here. Push into here. We can afford to follow up. We can hit him again. Push into that. Wow, what a surf. Oh, no. The surf is ruined. No rerolls left. That's annoying. The surf is ruined. I'll take the 2 dice on here. And we'll try a sneaky rush. I'll get 2 dice on here. So I played this quite greedily, but I think... I don't know if our opponent will ever watch this back on Twitch or on YouTube. I hope they do. If they do, don't give up. There's lots they could learn about this game, particularly in the pass. He had a 2+ pass. He turned it into a 3+. It didn't matter anyway because he rolled enough on the pass, but the rain made the catch less likely. He should have waited. He's got 7 players. We're going to have 10. So with Necromantic coming up, I might do another giveaway of Blood Bowl 3. I've already bought it for some people in chat before. And it's very, very cheap. You get a place at CD Keys, very, very cheap. I might do a giveaway to get new people interested. There'll be nothing you'll have to do. What I might do, I might make it so we play marbles on stream. If your marble wins, you'll score points, and the person with the most points at the end, I'll get a copy of the game for. So you won't have to be a subscriber or on Twitch. You won't have to necessarily be a follower on YouTube. You just have to take part in marbles on stream when it runs and get your name in the hat. And it'll be the brutal edition, so you'll get your 1,000 warp stones. So when you release teams you fancy playing, you have the opportunity to do that, buy them again, or get Necromantic straight away, which I would encourage you to do. So the weather has changed. It's now a 3+ to pick the ball up instead of a 4, which is useful. I think our friend's a little bit annoyed. We're going to blitz his catcher. I'm going to foul his blitzer as well. So putting a blitzer on the line of scrimmage was a mistake as well. He should have put his lineman on there, because they're chuffed players. They add no value to the team, and you expect them to die quite quickly. So. Okay, so the ball is fairly safe. We can go pick it up, and we'll come and stand back here, I think. Okay, so you can't reach the ball. I mean, you could if he dodges through a lot of tackle zones. I'll go for the foul on his blitzer. And we didn't roll double on the armour or on the injury, so I'm not sent off. So there's a skill you see lots of teams take. Sneaky Git, which means that if you roll a double on the armour, on a foul, you're not sent off. Well, you can never be sent off for that. There's also a skill called Dirty Player, which works a bit like Mighty Blow, but for fouls. So only works when they're laying on the floor and you foul them. You can add +1 onto the injury roll once you've broken their armour. You also get sent off if you roll a double, though. That's where your bribes come in, and you can argue the call with the referee. On a roll of 1, you can't argue a call anymore. Your coach is sent off. A roll of 6 that succeeds. We mentioned Death Zone earlier. There's referee inducements and things that you can do to trick the referee. They may not come to Blood Bowl 3. The release schedule of things is quite slow, isn't it? The blitz I did like there. I think he could have done that a bit better. I didn't like the reroll, but I did like the choice of play. He went to blitz there. He rolls too many dice. Remember, every dice you roll, Twitch and YouTube, and anybody who's watching, there's a chance of failing. The more dice you roll, the more likely you are to fail. Wow, again, he's rolled way too many dice again. He's re-rolled for a foul. So, we've got a guard, so he loses the assist on that. I'm going to try and push our way back into more hits here. We stand this up. The loner over there. I'm going to put you up there. This gives us 2 dice. You don't have block. So you can go in here. And because of good old guard, we talked about that at the start, this gives us another 2 dice. I can put you in here. Jesus Christ, okay. This gives us, hang on, I'm going to make this a little bit safer first. And put that there. This gives us another 2 dice. So if he tries to dodge, each of these squares represents a tackle zone. Alright. There's 1 tackle zone here. Now that's doubled up when you have 2 players in, so that would be 2 tackle zones, 3 tackle zones, 4 is the maximum you can have. Obviously the more, you see the -3 modifier here? So it would cost him that many roll, or that much on his agility, to escape from that tackle zone. So he'd be looking at a 6+ there, so this is not unlikely. I think it's a fair chance that we're going to be okay. Just to make it almost impossible for him to escape now. There we go. Now here's where tabletop does have its advantage, Carlo Caput, because if a game's going against you, you've got somebody, a physical human opposite you, who can commiserate with you and go, sorry buddy, you know, it's not getting your way, maybe you get the next one. I've got block, my friend. Whereas Blood Bowl 2 and 3, when this is happening, it's a very lonely experience. It's not nice. YouTube, I think we're going to get another win here. We can't win on, well, we can win on Twitch because we're on Twitch now as well. YouTube, I think you're going to see a victory. Victory screech. Imagine that, YouTube, eh? You get to see a win. Goodness me, you don't see those very often. Right. Have I blitzed? I haven't. I'm going to blitz now then. There we go. So that's the blitz. We'll push that to there. The cat? She wasn't here a minute ago, no. An interloper into the stream. An interloper. And this gives us countless more 2 dice blocks. So that's another 2 dice. And we can put that on the deck. That's another 2 dice. We've won the game. I can say with some certainty we've won this game. Barring some kind of absolute disaster. Barring some kind of absolute nightmare, we've won this game. Good night. Night, safe. I will. Okay. We won this time. I'm not going to waste this guy's time. This isn't nice to sit through. I mean, fair play to him for not giving up, but okay. We'll take the both there, dude. Anything level up if they score. I would like to level the blitzer up, but he's got a hell of a long way to run. We'll keep it in your hands. I'm not going to mess about on this guy. I'm just going to go and score. Okay, he's conceded. I thought he might. He could have waited for me to score. That's annoying. There we are. So YouTube, that is it. You get the win. There might be one more game with this team before the end of the season. We can recruit some genuine. We don't need to do that, so you can roll expensive mistakes. And didn't quite get the SPP that we wanted. We can check that from here. I don't want to do that, sorry. SPP. Hang on. Oh, he got the MVP. Okay. So there's a. It should give me his MVP as well. It hasn't done that. Whether that's been coded in or not, I don't know. I'm a little bit confused over MVPs in this game. But 3 wins now. 3-0-1. 3-0-1 Dwarves. We can't skill up because we're in a position to do so. We'll roll for expensive mistakes. We'll keep the money. And that's it, YouTube. So if you did like the game, please like, subscribe. It'll really help me out. There'll be one more game of this team, I reckon, before we go into Old World Alliance, which was requested by Siberius. So we'll play them next season. Necro on Twitch. Please do follow on Twitch. I'll put links below. And we'll see you in the next one, YouTube.